All right, now in this example, we're given this set right here, and we're asked to list all the numbers that are rational. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my own set here to start putting those numbers in. Now, we could go through number by number and try to think, is this number rational? Or we could go through and cross out any numbers that aren't rational, which might be easier to recognize. So let's give that a go. Negative 11, well, that's a rational number, so I'll go ahead and write it down. I suppose in going through this list at all to find rational or irrationals, we have to decide on each one, huh? So, negative 11 goes in because I could write it as negative 11 over 1, and therefore I'm able to write it as two integers divided. And so there you go. This one, negative 2 over 15, is a ratio of two integers. It's a fraction, so that can go in there as well. 0, again, I could write that as 0 over 1, which is a fraction and therefore is a rational number, so I'll put that in there. 0.45, if I wanted, I could write as 45 divided by 100, and then I could continue to reduce that, but either way, the point is it's an integer divided by an integer, so it's a rational number, 0.45. Now, square root of 3, that's the square root of a prime number. And this is one of the main examples of irrational numbers. In other words, I can't divide two integers and get the same thing I would get by writing the square root of 3. It can't be done. So the square root of 3 is an irrational number. That one doesn't go in our set. So what about e? Well, e is also irrational, much like pi. If you begin to write out e, you will never finish. It goes on forever. So there's no two integers I can write as a fraction to show what e is. So this also is irrational and does not belong in our set. Now the square root of 100, again, the square root makes it look a little suspicious, but can I actually do the square root? Sure, it's not the square root of a prime number, or at least it doesn't look like it. And in fact, the square root of 100, that's a perfect square. This is just 10. And so that can go in our set, the square root of 100. And that's it. We went through, crossed out the irrational numbers, and wrote down everything that was left. And so that is all the rational numbers in this set, and that is this example.